Welcome back to my channel, your go-to source for global and African news and updates. Today, we're diving into a groundbreaking development coming out of Burkina Faso, where Captain Ibrahim Traoré, the nation's young and dynamic military leader, has just unveiled a bold new prison policy that's sparking conversations across Africa and beyond. Is this a revolutionary step toward justice reform, or a risky gamble in a nation already grappling with instability? Stick around as we break it all down: history, details, reactions, and what this could mean for Burkina Faso's future. Here, we would like to encourage you to send us a super thanks, super sticker, and join our membership group to watch all our exclusive videos right on our channel. And do not forget to like and subscribe. Let's get started. Over a decade, African prison has been just what it is called. Sit inside a cage, sleep and wake, eat and defecate without engaging in anything meaningful and productive for the state. Countries like Nigeria and South Africa, which has the worst prison system in Africa, still feeds their prisoners without getting anything meaningful in return. But here comes a shift. In Burkina Faso, Ibrahim Traoré is doing something no other African leader can think of.
Fellow citizens of Burkina Faso, today I address you to announce a transformative initiative that embodies our commitment to justice, rehabilitation, and national development. Our administration has embarked on comprehensive prison reforms aimed at integrating inmates into our society as productive citizens while contributing to our nation's growth. In alignment with our values and the need for practical rehabilitation, we are introducing agricultural labor programs within our correctional facilities. Inmates will have the opportunity to engage in agricultural work, and for every month of labor, they will earn a 3-month reduction in their sentences. This initiative serves multiple purposes. 1. Skill acquisition. Equipping inmates with agricultural skills will facilitate their reintegration into society upon release. 2. Boosting agricultural production. Their contributions will enhance our agricultural sector, promoting food security and economic growth. 3. Rehabilitation through productive engagement. Active participation in meaningful work fosters a sense of purpose and responsibility. As I have stated, our prisoners will now contribute to the agricultural sector while earning sentence reductions. Our laws must reflect African values. Recognizing the challenges of prison overcrowding, I have granted pardons to over 1,000 inmates. Effective from January 1st, 2025, approximately 400 prisoners received full pardons, while 750 had their sentences partially reduced. Additionally, 3 individuals serving life sentences had their terms commuted. This New Year gesture aims to provide these individuals with a second chance to reintegrate into society and contribute to our nation's development. Reinstatement of the death penalty. In our efforts to uphold justice and deter severe crimes, we are considering the reinstatement of the death penalty, which was abolished in 2018. Justice Minister Rodrigue Bayala has indicated that this measure is under review as part of broader revisions to our criminal code. We understand the gravity of this decision and are committed to engaging with all stakeholders to ensure it reflects the will and values of our people, and also to improve detention conditions and address the specific needs of military personnel. We are establishing new military correctional facilities in Ouagadougou. These facilities will replace existing centers that have been deemed inadequate, ensuring that our military detainees are held in environments that meet appropriate standards. These reforms represent a significant shift in our approach to criminal justice, emphasizing rehabilitation, decongestion of prisons, and alignment with our national values. By integrating inmates into productive sectors and reconsidering our legal frameworks, we aim to build a more just and progressive Burkina Faso. Together, we will continue to strive for a society that upholds justice, fosters rehabilitation, and promotes national development. Thank you.
First, let's set the stage. Burkina Faso, a landlocked West African nation, has been under military rule since Captain Ibrahim Traoré seized power in a coup back in September 2022. At just 37 years old, Traoré is the world's youngest head of state, and he's made it clear he's here to shake things up. From aligning with Russia and Mali to pushing out French influence, his leadership has been anything but conventional. But now, he's turning his attention to an issue closer to home: the country's prison system. In a recent address, Captain Traoré announced a radical overhaul of Burkina Faso's prison policy. The centerpiece? Prisoners will no longer just sit behind bars serving time. Instead, they'll be put to work, specifically in the agriculture sector, while earning reductions in their sentences. Traoré framed this as a return to African values, saying, and I quote, "Our laws must reflect who we are as a people, not foreign ideals imposed upon us." It's a bold statement, but what does it actually mean in practice? Let's dig more deeper into it as it's getting more interesting. Under this new policy, inmates will be deployed to state-managed agricultural projects. Think farming crops, tending livestock, and contributing to Burkina Faso's food security. A critical issue in a country where over 40% of the population lives below the poverty line. In exchange for their labor, prisoners can have their sentences reduced based on the hours they work and their behavior. The government says this dual-purpose approach will rehabilitate offenders while boosting the economy. It's a stark departure from the traditional punitive model where incarceration often means isolation and little opportunity for redemption. Burkina Faso's economy heavily relies on agriculture. About 80% of its people depend on it for their livelihoods. Yet, the nation struggles with food shortages and land degradation, worsened by climate change and ongoing security threats from jihadist groups. Traoré's administration argues that putting prisoners to work in this sector could help address these challenges. Plus, it's a chance to teach skills that inmates can use after release, potentially lowering recidivism rates. Sounds promising, right? Well, not everyone's convinced. Now, let's talk about the flip side. Critics are raising some serious questions. For one, there's the issue of forced labor. Could this policy blur the line between rehabilitation and exploitation? Human rights groups are already sounding the alarm, pointing out that Burkina Faso's junta has a track record of cracking down on dissent and bypassing democratic norms. They worry this could become a tool to punish political opponents under the guise of reform. And then there's logistics. How will the government ensure fair treatment, proper oversight, and safety for prisoners working in fields, especially in regions plagued by violence? The reaction online has been a mixed bag. Posts on several media spaces have shown some praising Traoré's vision, with many thinkable individuals calling it a genius move to rebuild the nation and a return to practical justice. However, others aren't so sure, with comments like, "This smells like modern slavery, and what about corruption? Will the system even work?" It's clear this policy has people talking, and it's tapping into broader debates about what justice should look like in Africa today. To understand this move, we need to look at Traoré's influences. Many compare him to Captain Thomas Sankara, Burkina Faso's revolutionary leader from the 1980s. Sankara, often dubbed Africa's Che Guevara, pushed for self-reliance and community-driven development before his assassination in 1987. Traoré's rhetoric about African values and economic independence echoes Sankara's ideals. But while Sankara focused on mobilizing free citizens, Traoré's applying that ethos to prisoners, a twist that's raising eyebrows. So, where does this policy fit into Traoré's bigger picture? Since taking power, he's faced relentless challenges. Jihadist attacks have worsened, displacing millions, and he's dodged multiple coup attempts himself. Just last December, he pushed through an amnesty law for past coup plotters, a move some saw as a bid to unify the military. Now, with this prison reform, he's signaling a focus on stability and productivity, even as he extends military rule for another 5 years. It's a high-stakes balancing act. Burkina Faso's prisons have long been a mess, overcrowded, underfunded, and notorious for poor conditions. This policy could ease some of that strain by reducing inmate numbers over time. But it's not without precedent. Countries like Rwanda have used community service programs for prisoners with some success, though usually for minor offenders, not as a blanket policy. Traoré's version is more ambitious, and that ambition could be its strength or its downfall. For Traoré's supporters, this is proof he's a visionary, a leader unafraid to rethink systems others take for granted. His approval among some Burkinabe remains strong, especially among youth who see him as a break from the past. But his critics argue he's consolidating power, not solving problems. With Burkina Faso still locked in a security crisis and leaning heavily on Russian support, the success of this policy might hinge on execution more than intent. However, let's shift a bit. Let's dive into one of the most controversial countries in Africa and the world at large. A country with over 250 million people. A country often called the Giant of Africa. A country abundantly blessed with natural resources. Think oil, gold, minerals, and others, they have it in surplus. Which country is this? Nigeria, of course. Every day, ordinary people wake up to a nightmare. The cost of living is choking us. Inflation has reached monstrous heights. A loaf of bread that once cost 150 Nigerian nairas is now 900 Nigerian nairas. A bag of rice is now beyond what a minimum wage earner can afford. Fuel prices have tripled, and public transportation is a luxury. Parents are choosing between feeding their children and sending them to school. Hospitals are poorly equipped, yet health bills are killing faster than the diseases themselves. And our so-called leaders? They watch in silence, worse still, they laugh. The average Nigerian is suffering, yet working tirelessly just to survive. Dreams are dying. Youths who should be building businesses, starting families, and leading innovation are stuck in survival mode, selling anything they can find just to eat. University graduates roam the streets jobless. Students are stuck in endless strikes. Farmers can no longer farm due to insecurity. Yet, the elite continue to fly in private jets, dine in gold-plated halls, and send their children abroad to study in peace while ours are forced into IDP camps or pushed into crime by hunger.
Tinubu, in case you don't know, I want to make you know if they come out from my mouth. Your administration, now the most failed one. President Tinubu, your government, now the most useless government. When they frustrate the poor citizens, the useless government ever in Nigeria. Senator Fabio, Senate President, you are the most failed Senate President. You understand me? Off the mic. Okay, they're not go off mic for you. They're not go off mic for you. You hear me? Fabio, you are the most failed Senate President. If you want to arrest me, you want to arrest me. Shatima, you are the most failed and most useless Vice President.
Tinubu, your government is terrible. Your cabinet is terrible. Everybody for this the whole APC, you people are completely terrible people. Since on that say we go to fear to tell on we talk them because Boko Haram go there inside bush, bandits go there inside bush, do TikTok videos. The PRO of Nigerian police to go pick them up. Somebody go there Twitter, do comments now, go pick them up. We not fit buy anything. You go the more you they save, the more you they even make money. If you were earning 300,000, God can even help you. They earn 500,000. No savings, nothing. They work. A core member who is supposed to be earning 70,000, now see they pay 33,000 naira. Come out, they complain. Some useless mothers for the NYSC board begin call the girl out, say take down that video. You know go better for the woman we call her.
Like now you go dey beat pikin, make pikin no cry. Na so Tinubu government today. Na evil government. Na evil government. People dey tell you say they go dey beat you, they go tell you make you no cry. When you cry, they go say make they bring me the key. Tinubu na bad leader. Tinubu na like 0/100. Nothing I score you. You be bad leader.
I feel like I don't have any achievement to call my own. Every single time that I work hard, I'm spending it back in the economy to pay bills. And I wasn't created to pay bills. I'm just really tired, and I just want our money to count for something. And when is the government going to actually start working? Because Nigerians are so classist. Everybody now wants to behave as if they are rich. Everybody is faking wealth. But we are ending up being poor because we are struggling so hard to look rich. We are ending up being poor. So I need us as Nigerians to please start calling the government out. We should be tired of this by now. We need to call the government out. Prices need to start one place. Food needs to start one place. The economy needs to start one place. Like, we are tired. It's just too much. The more you work hard to achieve something, the higher it gets. The dream car that I was saving money for has literally gone double. I can't even afford it anymore. Instead, I'm going to use my money to buy to just keep paying bills, and now house rent is double. Like, I am so sick and I'm so tired of this, and I really need the government to intervene because I am so overwhelmed.
Well, enough, back to the main story. So, what's the takeaway? Captain Ibrahim Traore's new prison policy is a daring experiment. One that could redefine justice in Burkina Faso or expose the limits of his unconventional rule. Will it empower inmates and strengthen the nation? Or will it stumble under the weight of practical and ethical challenges? Only time will tell, but one thing's for sure, Traore's keeping the world watching. What do you think? Genius move or risky overreach? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more updates like this. Until next time, stay out of trouble.